Hello, welcome back to Sokobond Express. I watched my previous few episodes and I realized I have not been saying the Express part of this title. But alright, let's go back to this pretty big map, which isn't actually centered. Like, you can see a bit of the top that it's cut off and a bunch of space down low. I'm not sure what that might mean. But you know, this might look a bit more centered if the taskbar existed, maybe. But it doesn't, so we're just going to stay with this uncentered map for now. I also know there's like a lot more space on the left than on the right, so it is very off-center, but oh, whatever. Alright, let's continue. So we're not going to look at this big map today, maybe next episode or in 2 episodes. We're going to continue finishing up these 2 sections, which are row and pie. Yeah, alright, let's start with pie, because that's the first thing we will meet. Alright, what is pie about? Challenge levels? Combining... Yeah, maybe combining mechanics. So here we have a rotator. Basically, once a bond is formed, you can rotate the bond around this rotator. You can also... okay, so it does look like, firstly, a bond will form if you end on that tile. So that would lead to a solution. It looks like, from this point, I want hydrogen to be below me. So like this would work. But I won't be able to escape out of this without bonding wrongly. I can't do this because then... Alright. So it looks like, yeah, my final goal to prevent anything from being outside is to have something on my left, which would be hydrogen here, and something below me, which would be the other hydrogen. Either that or this could be bonded and then rotated. In which case this would be the one on the right. Yeah, on the right. That's on the left, I'm on the right. Okay, it's a bit weird though, because how am I expected to... If this was on the right, how am I supposed to do one rotation and then another rotation? Well, I can always do this. Actually, no, I need something to be below. Right. This doesn't work. Yeah, it needs to be a rotation in the other direction, so like this. But I can't leave after that. Okay, maybe I connect to you first? Could we do a double rotation? Or I could just do 2 rotations like that? Oh no, this actually works. Alright. There you go. Alright, unintuitive. The atom here was not the one that we actually placed on the side. Interesting. Tomatoes could provide the ingredient for better solar panels. A study showed that the antioxidant properties of a lycopene, a chemical found in red fruit and veg, could help stabilize newer solar cells. Yeah, nothing to add here. I don't actually know how solar cells really work, besides the fact that they have chemicals in the little receptor parts that... I mean, it works similar to how photosynthesis works, but not really. Alright. Bridge. Okay, I think this is just a combination of all the mechanics we've seen. So 1 bridge, 1 rotator. This is the HONO thing, right? Is that the only way you can make a molecule with these 4? I think so. Alright, so we have to touch oxygen first, then nitrogen. Yeah. And it looks like at the very end, nothing can be on our left or below us. Interesting. I could touch this end first and then do a bond, but that's wrong, right? Yeah, because it's HONO, so H must touch O first. I wanna say it could be this? Maybe? No. After O has to be N immediately. So like, maybe if I did this instead? No, that's not gonna work. Okay. That would work if not for the fact there's something below us. Maybe this? Whoa. That's a interesting little thing over there. Okay, but this should solve it, right? No, it doesn't. Jeez, okay. Okay, yeah, neither of these solves it for us. Even though it's a very interesting thing to... This would solve it. But moving anywhere from here breaks that solution. So like this wouldn't work. And I'm not sure there's anything else I can do here to make this a better solution. I can't do this because this thing would flip onto here. I can't really avoid doing this either. Maybe this? Whoa, what the heck is going on here? Oh my god, that solves it. Wow, how? So moving up here rotates this entire thing to be vertical. No, it only rotates this block around us. So this L shape maintains its shape, which means it forms this L shape below us. Moving to the right here, then forces this L shape to start from our left, which is what causes this ring. Then moving down, does a rotation of the entire ring around this dot. Moving down again, basically causes this thing to sort of rotate. Yeah, so this thing rotates above this cell over here, which means you get this. And then moving left once basically causes this thing to rotate to the side here. Wait, no. What? Oh, wait. What is going on here? And then from here, the next move, next move basically causes this to rotate around this way. But what happens here? What? I move this here. Oh, okay. This entire thing moves to the right, right? Which causes this to rotate around the side, which what happened? Yeah. It rotates around to the side of this, but itself also rotates. And actually, the reason why that happens is that... Wow, this is a really interesting interaction. This actually, I don't even know if that's intended. What happens is, it rotates this way, right? We know that this causes a rotation of this to be here. But if this cell is here, then what happens is you basically have this entire thing moving down. That would usually cause a collision between this cell and this cell, which is now here. However, this saves it because this bond goes through this dot here, which causes another rotation. So I think if we can watch this like really slowly, we can see it happening like that. So rotation, 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 rotation. Yeah. What? That's crazy. It's two rotations at once, basically. Lakes can be found on land, sure, but we also find them in the deep ocean. These lakes are pools of dense and incredibly saline brine, which sit under the regular seawater and even have their own shoreline. Brine. Interesting. So like... Oh, it's just like congregation of salty water, I guess. I mean, it feels a bit weird that this would happen, because when the concentration basically cause it to diffuse into the water. Interesting. Alright, let's move on. Alright, we got all three now. One electron, which has to bond with the nitrogen there. So this is another HONO. Okay. My idea would be to go this way, maybe. Nothing can be above us, I guess. But this doesn't work because, yeah. So we can't do that rotation. That also fails. And this wouldn't work because, yeah, it already bonds. So we have to find some way to prevent that from happening. But this breaks, right? Oh, what if I did this? That seems plausible. And that solves it. So this is another case of the double rotation, basically. What happens here is this rotates, but this also rotates, which causes the entire thing to rotate around this block. And now I look at it, it's a bit more intuitive than it first appears, but trying to explain its mechanics in particular is kind of tough, which is actually what happens in chemistry also. It's pretty intuitive until you try and explain it, like using actual chemistry. Anyway, sulfur is a vital and incredibly versatile element. You can... sorry, I missed the whole line there. It's also famous for forming incredibly smelly compounds. You can thank sulfur for skunk scents, garlic, and rotten eggs, just to name a few. Smelly. Alright, number 4. Alright, one of each again. Very interesting little structure at the end. Basically, we are forced to enter here, do a bond, and then some rotations. Isn't that a bit weird then? Because if I were forced to do this, firstly, the end makes it very interesting. Nothing can be on our left, right, and below us, which means we are almost forced to make a straight up vertical line here. Also, if I were to move up, if anything were on my left at this point, then wouldn't moving up fail? Because moving up would cause a collision, right? So are you trying to say that nothing can be on our left? Maybe. But also, nothing can be really above us either. Because the thing were above us, for that to even happen, you know, walking into here with something above us would cause it to bend to our left, which then breaks. And walking with something to our right doesn't actually cause it to go up to above us. And nothing can be above us when we solve it anyway. Anyway, from previous puzzles I can sort of ascertain that this is the O-N-O-O-N-O structure. That's vertical. And in fact I can prove it by just clicking the hint. I think at this point it's you know, you can just prove that it's O-N-O-O-N-O, unless I'm missing something. It has to be that way. Yeah. Okay. I did kinda reveal where the okay, it's not there. I kinda did reveal which position this ion would be in, but it's fine. Let's assume that didn't happen. Still thinking about how that will work though, because... Oh, I know. Nitrogen is the last thing, and nitrogen is the only thing with an electron available. So we have a full chain of atoms with no electrons. Going in here wouldn't bond with this oxygen, and when we move up, it will slowly rotate around this bend until nitrogen comes in last and bonds with this, which solves the puzzle. So, okay. We have to bond with a nitrogen first. I noticed a bridge here as well, which is very interesting. Maybe this helps? Maybe? Maybe this? This, maybe? This seems plausible. Actually, no, I'm not sure if it is. Because how'd I get out now? Yeah. Maybe this now? Can go around the bend, which allows things like this to form. Yeah, I can do that. And does this actually bend properly? Wow, it does. Okay, that solves it. Whoa, it doesn't. Wait. Oh no, it does. That sound was just me hitting the end goal. I thought that sound was the sound of something breaking. But no, this works. So yeah, it's the typical long chain we're trying to form here. And it just worked out there, even though I just didn't really randomly do things. Alright. On to 2019, a kilogram's mass was defined using a reference kilogram called Legrand K. Legrand? Legrand K. The Grand Kilo, I guess. This chunk of platinum iridium alloy is stored in 2 bell jars in a Parisian vault to prevent a lot of things from happening. Yeah. Like, could you imagine if this thing broke? It would cause mass confusion overnight. Okay. It's an overused joke. I've heard that joke like a million times before by other people. Never actually got to execute that until the finishing of this level. So thanks for giving me that opportunity. Anyway, level 5. Ooh, what is this? Okay, so I can possibly use the same thing to rotate twice here? Interesting. This looks like a really long HOOO chain. It's cool. Alright, so I need to come here, get back, and then go again. Okay, my thinking is probably... Okay, nothing can be too above us, but that's not necessarily... Okay, we can't actually do this. Okay. What do I want here? Go around the back. If I went around the back, I can go this way and do stuff. But whoa. What? Oh jeez. You know, doing this works, I guess, but not really, because like, how do I get maybe like this somehow? What? No, it doesn't feel right. I could try that, but I don't think it really helps us. It looks like it might though. But you know, this bond can't really form after that. So not really certain about that. I don't feel like going down though, because if I went down, I kinda have to bond the H immediately unless I go back up. In which case, you know, nothing really. Yeah, we're kinda locking ourselves in here. Maybe we're not though, maybe something good can come out of this. Not very. Yeah, I'm not very. Pretty skeptical of that, that's all I'm saying. Maybe this helps if I went around the back like this. I can do a couple rotations. What do you mean rotations? What kind of rotations could I even do like this? Jesus, okay, this is getting very complicated. Okay. Can probably avoid that if I, you know, maybe took the long route. Did I want to do this? I don't know if I wanted to do this. This looks like maybe it works. Right? It does, wow. Okay. So everything was on my right here, which initially wouldn't have worked because our final position wouldn't have allowed anything to our right. But, you know, by just doing this over and over again, we can push everything to our left. Which I guess fits. I don't even know, was this intended? No, it was not intended. It was supposed to be this. But I guess it's really hard to make something intended with such a... You know, I mean, there isn't really much to force a solution here. So I guess I was either lucky to find an alternate solution, or maybe it was unintended. I don't know. You might have grown crystals in a beaker before science class. Sorry, for science class. But artist Roger Hjorns took the idea and filled an entire flat with copper sulfate solution, letting bright blue crystals grow on every surface. Bright blue crystals grow on every surface. Oh, well, that's interesting. I mean, entire flat. That could like be a pretty nice concept for decoration, but you know, maybe you can't really control its growth unless you use a specific amount or concentration of copper sulfate. But it definitely looks like it's possible. So could this maybe accidentally like deteriorate the plaster of the walls? Not entirely sure. That's a really interesting thing that can happen. A combination between chemistry and art. Science and art. Alright, so this is something similar. It's HOOH. Okay. Looks like we need to bring this down here, because we can't bring it the other way around. So that's what this bridge is for. Okay, I can't immediately form a bond, right? So either I have to bond with a hydrogen first, and then bond with an oxygen. It doesn't feel plausible at all, so let's not do that. Let's bond with this hydrogen first, I guess. This breaks, so actually this fails already. Unless we can, you know, unless we can fix this somehow. Okay. What if we did this instead and put it above us? Well, then it can't get past this oxygen, so... Well, I can always form a bond with oxygen first and then go around it. Yeah, but then this happens, okay. Maybe this can happen? I mean, this is the same thing we did, right? So... Guess not. Does this somehow help? Maybe it does. Interesting. Ooh. Oh. Okay, well this is close, but not really. Nothing can be below us either, looks like. So as a part of a solution, nothing can be below us. It's very easy to tell like what you can do in previous levels because, you know, you can't do any rotations, but now you can do rotations. You can move things that are already bonded to you. So like it's really hard to say. Like this can happen if as long as I rotate it in some way. You know? Right, let's see if this works. No, this doesn't work. This breaks. It went this way. Why didn't this work again? Right, because going in breaks that. So that structure just would not have worked out. I mean, this can happen. But I feel like that's the same problem as just now. Why don't I go around the back? Well, because I went around the back, I can't actually reach this anymore. Okay. Another thing I can do is try to touch that edge first, but I feel like we've already proven that to be impossible. Right? Yeah, I feel like we've already proven that to be impossible. We need some sort of path that goes from the bridge to the end. Maybe going horizontally helps. Not really. I could make a direct bond with O right now. That's actually a thing you can do. Can you move this around first because nothing can be below me? Okay, and that kind of fails. This is close, but not quite. I can't really change anything after this though. So like maybe instead I go vertically then? Maybe going vertically helps better. It seems to. Oh, but nothing. Okay. Again, nothing can be on my left either, on my right either. So actually this H kind of has to rotate twice, which is pretty tough, honestly, I'd say. How do I get this H to rotate twice? The oxygen there kind of breaks as well. So maybe that's not a good idea. This oxygen prevents a rotation unless I rotate it first. Okay, well maybe if I went all the way down first. Is this a thing that happened? Wait, this is a wrong... okay. What if I went this way first? Yeah. Because I can go around the back. Ooh, not quite. Run around the back, that will make things a lot worse for us. Okay, maybe that's not the point. Maybe... Maybe this is fine. Again, nothing can be below us. That makes it really hard for this hydrogen to do anything. Unless it's last. Or unless I bond it with it. Actually, this is fine. This looks fine. But I can't actually get there now, so... this might become an issue. Right. Yeah. I guess maybe it's someone interesting that can do this. Maybe? A lot of things happen that's wrong here though. Yeah. Okay, I'm just very confused at what this puzzle is trying to get me to do. Nothing seems to work. I think we have found solutions before that don't fit the page, but they are solutions. Again, we want to go here first to collect this ore and then bring it down here. So that's probably what this back alley is for. There's other options as well. But none of them really make a lot of sense. Yeah, none of them really make a lot of sense. Going up here directly is just bad. To take a bridge up. But if I take a bridge up, then we don't really have space to go there. I was thinking of bonding to you directly, but also doesn't seem to work out for us. Is there any other way of doing this? Yeah, we found solutions that almost work, but not quite. More solutions that almost work, but not quite. I think it'd be below us once again, so no. I'm just wondering though, how does this oxygen work then? Like, the oxygen can be on our left, but what does that mean for everything else? That makes it confused. Maybe this is fine. No, I think we already tried. Didn't we already try this? I'm gonna try this. This doesn't work because I can't leave like this. Maybe if I tried going horizontally. I don't think I've tried that. I mean, I feel like we've also broken the puzzle going horizontally as well. Not really, but there are a few reasons why this wouldn't work. Why doesn't this work normally? Right, because if I went this way, I want to be able to reach this thing vertically without blocking off some stuff. Maybe this is fine though? This seems to be okay. That leaves some space. Oh, wait. Okay, this fails because nothing can be too above us, but this should work. There you go. Oh geez, that's a really tight fit. Wow. Basically almost every part of the track was used there. Oh, that's very interesting. Alright, why are bath bombs so fizzy? Because that powdery ball contains an acid and a base. In bath water, these compounds interact and the reaction makes lots of carbon dioxide bubbles. Yeah, in particular a calcium carbonate? Not calcium. In particular carbonate, and carbonate as the base, I think. When an acid reacts with a carbonate, you produce a salt from the metal that the carbonate is made up of, a water, and also carbon dioxide, which is how this works. And I think that counts as some sort of neutralization reaction, I think. Yeah, but the acid and the base start off as one acidic and one alkaline, and they neutralize each other. Also, what's that? It's like a graphical glitch. Alright, so that is that new section done. I feel like we could end up an episode here already. Yeah, next episode we'll finish off Row with only 5 levels, so it might be like the toughest of the toughest. And then from then on, we can see how all of this works. There's a direct connection from this She over here all the way to Oxygen 1. I'm not sure if I should try that first or I should try H1 first. Yeah, I'm not sure. But until then, I guess we'll see. Yeah, until then, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.